So how did your family get into ballooning?
It's been in my family for like 4 generations.
Wow.
My great-grandpa, he owned a balloon for Century 21 for a real estate company.
Mm-hmm.
And then he taught my dad how to fly. And then my dad ended up teaching my grandpa and my grandma and my sister and I and my mom, so it just kind of spread throughout the family.
What's your earliest memory when it comes to ballooning?
Earliest memory is tough, but I do remember a balloon glow in, I think, Gallup when I was 4. And that was the first time I touched the burners, because I used to be like terrified of them when I was a really little kid. But yeah, that was the first time I touched the burners, and that's when I decided that I really wanted to start piloting and flying on my own.
Nice.
Yeah.
And speaking of flying on your own, can you tell us a little bit about when you broke the world record for youngest solo ride?
Yeah, so I started really like practicing when I was 6. That's when I started. Just whenever I'd be in the balloon with my dad, and I'd like stand up on a little step stool and start flying a little bit. And at first it just started out as like a novelty, just like, oh, my son's really young and he can fly and stuff. But we started to talk more seriously about it, and we didn't see any reason not to. Because usually you have to wait until you're 14, but we actually built a different type of balloon. It's called ultralight vehicle. And that basically means that you can fly it without any age requirements or license requirements.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how did you start practicing as a kid? Like, what would that consist of?
A lot of my dad telling me like what to do and what not to do, and just kind of starting to use the burner and seeing how it feels, seeing how the balloon reacts and stuff like that. But he basically just kind of said that he was going to treat me like just another student and just teach me how you teach anybody else. And
you mentioned that as a little boy, the burners kind of freaked you out a little bit. Do you ever feel that way about the height or just being up in the air?
Not really. Once you get up there, it's just really peaceful. Like it's one of the best feelings. It's really hard to explain because standing on top of like a tall building, that's still scary.
Yeah.
But once you're in a balloon, it's just like a totally different sensation.
I can definitely imagine. What makes Albuquerque so unique or perfect for ballooning? Because obviously it's kind of the hub for ballooning with the International Balloon Fiesta.
I mean, for starters, there's just beautiful weather here. I mean, we probably fly 300 days out of the year.
Wow.
Which is definitely more than most other places. And we also have the box winds, which are really strong around Fiesta. That's why we have it during October, because otherwise that wouldn't be the best time to fly. But it means that balloons can take off and they can come back to the field so all the people can see and stuff. And yeah, it's just generally a beautiful weather here and just a great place to fly.
Have you had any like funny experiences when it comes to landing in strange places?
We've had a few. I remember how old I was, but we landed in this like apartment complex, and all of a sudden the cops show up, and we're like, "What's going on?" And apparently this lady called the cops because she thought we were crashing, and we're like, "No, we're just landing here."
That's so
yeah,
funny.
some people get a little freaked out sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's generally a good place to fly. Like most people that live here are pretty welcoming to balloons, so that's nice.
Younger music.
Hi, Bobby.
How was the flight? Great.
Yonder Music.